Hey, Bobby here, Extreme Fitness Boot Camp. Thanks for watching. One of the questions I get a lot is how is it that you can have someone who's never exercised before in the same class with someone who's completely physically fit? And the answer is modification. It's the easiest thing in the world as long as you're educated on it. And that means that as these videos go, level 1, level 2, extreme. And you can break it down, and not everyone falls perfectly right in the middle of that category, but that's the basics of it. Make it simple for someone who hasn't done much, do the same exercise in a harder fashion as their fitness level goes up. And so today what we're doing is a tricep upper ab exercise. It's a combo, it's a compound exercise, it's sequence, working on the tricep area. Some of you ladies out there in particular sure wish that you could firm this up, right? It's one of the trouble areas I hear a whole lot about. And then the other are the upper abs. So we're going to work the two, and let's see how that goes. Okay, so here's what we're doing. We're going to work on the tricep. Now I have 5 pounds here. If you haven't been exercising, this should be plenty. Basically all your bicep and tricep exercises, when you're just working on just the arm, one thing they all have in common is the elbow stays in place. In other words, if I extend, that stays in place, the arm extended, but the elbow itself stayed in place. That isolates the tricep. If I'm here, and the elbow stays in place and I flex, well, that's a bicep exercise. But what they both had in common is being an arm exercise, the elbow stays in place. And so that's no different for this tricep exercise. I'm going to get my elbows up to the sky. Look at this weight. It's right next to my shoulders. And I'm just going to extend. Now, my elbows aren't moving. As I say, they stay still, and that's what isolates the muscle. And so this exercise routine is going to involve 5 tricep extension, followed by keeping the weight in the hands. On the 5th one, hold it up there because we're going to do 5 sky reaches. Okay? I think that clock is about ready to go, and when it does, we're on. Here we go. 5 tricep extensions. Only 5 pounds. You might say, well, that's easy. Well, it is level 1. 3, 4, and then 5. If I want to make this harder, I bring my knees in. If I want to make it easier, I lengthen my legs. I'm going to make it a little harder and go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. Now that was the first round. We go 5 and 5, 6 and 6. Take the 3rd minute off. 7 and 7, 8 and 8. Take the 6th minute off. And then we'll go up from there. 9 and 9, 10 and 10. Take the 9th minute off. And then finally finish with 11 and 11. And believe me, when you get to 11 and 11, 11 tricep extensions after you're already blown out this muscle, 11 sit-ups after that, you'll be glad we had that gradual start. All right, level 2. Okay, so level 2. I want you to know this isn't an exercise that necessarily is designed to accelerate the heart in the same way that running or jumping or squatting is. This is really isolating the muscle and just burning them out, the tricep and the upper abs. And so all I'm doing for level 2 is just increasing the weight, which I'll use for both exercises. So that bell's about to ring. Pretty plain vanilla. All I did was increase the weight. Again, we're performance-based training, so increase the weight, increase the reps. That's what we're doing, but it's the same thing, 5 and 5. So here we go. I've just doubled it. I've gone to 10 pounds through 3, 4, and 5. Again, I want to make this as tough as I can, so I want to bring my heels in, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There are no breaks this time. 5 and 5, 6 and 6, 7 and 7, all the way to 14 and 14. That's level 2. Work it. If that's easy for you, go to extreme, because that's where I'm going next. Okay, so now it's time for extreme. Now, again, we're kind of working off the same basic exercises. I'm doing tricep extension, then I'm going to get up. Except instead of just doing a simple ab crunch, a simple sky reach, what I'll do is I'll get all the way up on my feet and blast. Add a cardiovascular aspect to it, and also a plyometric one. Now, I guess I'm waiting for that clock. I've got more weight. I started with 5 for level 1. Level 2 is 10 pounds. Well, now I've got 15. Here I go, and I will start with 5 and 5. That means 5 of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. Spine up, roll ups. I'm going to go up. Blast. 1, 2. There's 3. There's 4, and 1 more, and I get a break. And 5. I look at the clock, realize I've got 30 seconds of break. Now I won't have as much break next time because I'm going to be adding reps to it. 5 and 5, 6 and 6, 7 and 7. I'm going to have to hustle because when I get up to 14 and 14, that exercise is going to be a bear. I'll be doing all I can to stay up with it. Now, if you'll add that to your workout, you'll find out what kind of an extreme workout it is. Hey, I'll see you next week.